Hi guys, come with me today as we make these two trinket trays. This is me putting the foil onto the molds. This time I'm using the rose gold foil and it's very delicate. This one comes in form of a booklet. There are different kinds, but this one is in form of a booklet, but it's very delicate. So this is me trying to create that design and placing them onto the mold carefully. Of course, we are going to use two colors, that is the purple and the gray. Then we shall see how it will come out. So those are my two molds with the design that I want and the foil placed on each of them. And of course, you need to have your resin ready and your hardener ready that we are going to mix in two equal parts. I use the 1:1 ratio epoxy. There are different kinds. There's a 2:1, so it depends on the one that you are using. I prefer the 1:1 because it's easier. You just measure two equal parts and then you are done. So you need your measuring cups. I love this small measuring jar because it makes work easier for me unless I'm really doing a big project. But for these small projects, I prefer this small measuring jar. So this time round, we are going to measure 2 cups. Remember, we are using two colors. We are using the purple color and then the gray color. So those are two different cups that we are going to mix, or two different solutions that we are going to mix. And make sure your ratio is actually correct, because then you will have a problem during curing if you don't get the proper ratios and you don't mix it well. There will be a problem during curing. So this is me mixing the gray color. I had already mixed the purple one. The video was long, so I had to cut it. So I'd already mixed purple, and here I am mixing the gray. I wanted it a bit thick, that dark gray. And here we are pouring the gray onto the mold to see how it will come out. Yeah, pour everything there. With resin we don't waste. That is me putting the isopropyl alcohol to remove the bubbles. And then it's also very important sometimes to use a stick or probably a toothpick to pass it along the edges of the mold, because most times bubbles tend to rise around those areas. So make sure you pass that stick or that toothpick around it. So this time I remained with some bit of clear resin. So we are going to do a thinker. It's called a thinker mold. That's a thinker mold that we are going to do this time round. And I also want to do it in kind of like a grayish color, but this time round I have put some bit of foil in here and a few flakes in there, gold flakes. So we are going to mix it very well, mix it until the bubbles are gone. Usually you need to mix it for about 3 to 5 minutes for you to be sure that it's mixed properly. So this is us pouring our paste onto the thinker mold. Yeah, you need to pour. Sometimes pouring the solution is satisfying. Resin art is a very satisfying art, especially when you're bored and you don't really have nothing much to do. You can opt to do resin art and also get money out of it depending on your creativity. So that's our mold. Yeah, pouring the alcohol, removing the bubbles. You need to remove the bubbles. If you don't remove the bubbles, your thing is going to come out with bubbles in them. So this is our work: the purple, the gray, and then the thinker. Then yeah, after about 24 hours we shall demold and see how it comes out. Bye bye.